This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 6, verse 12. I recognize the fact that power had not sent him, for he has been spoken the promise. I like to give all praises to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. Now, we see that basically the apostles they are calling this year agents, sellouts, and hired hands, if you will. Okay, so all these other Israelite camps, like we discussed on multiple occasions, they took bags, they took bribes. Okay, a gift destroys the heart. Okay, that's what this is all about. The gift destroys the heart. Okay, and they're gonna have to be accountable for this in the day when Yahweh Shai comes. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed. Okay, so by taking their bag now, that's going to destroy them. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, when when the overflow, the scourge pass, it's not going to get onto them. The book of the book of Isaiah 28 verse 14. For we have said we have made a treaty with death, with soul we have made an agreement. When the overwhelming judgment sweeps by, it will not reach us. For we have made lies our refuge, and we have hidden ourselves in a deceitful word. So when this thing goes down, they thinking that this when martial law they go down, they think that Esau ain't gonna jack their ass up. They're gonna get jacked up too. Okay, they're gonna get jacked up too. Okay, when this thing goes down. Okay, don't think that this thing when this thing goes down that they're not gonna get jacked up. The book of Amos. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people will die by the sword. The ones who say disaster will not come near us, it will not confront us. Okay, so all the sinners of my people are going to be destroyed. Okay, because they took in a bribe. Okay, and the gift destroys the heart. Okay, that's what this is all about. Nate, ISUBK, GLCC, all these different groups. Okay, they took a bribe. Okay, and not to push the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, not to push this doctrine. Okay, of the whole truth of GMS. Okay, they're not stupid. They got the truth. Okay, but they took a bribe. Okay, and a gift destroys the heart. That's what this is all about. Let's get it. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression can turn a wise person to a fool. Likewise, a bribe corrupt the heart. Okay, a bribe destroys the heart. Okay, that's what this thing is all about. Okay, you have to endure the same. Okay, turn to the book of Micah. Her leaders take bribes when they delegate a case, decide legal cases. Her priests proclaim rulings for prophets, and her prophecy read omens for pay. Yet they claim to trust in Yahweh and say, Yahweh is among us, disaster will not overtake us, okay? That's what they say. The book of Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3:19. For you have profaned me among my people for a handful of barley and scraps of bread. You have put to death people who should not die and kept alive those who should not live by your lying to my people who listens to your lies. Okay, so you put to death the people that should not live. Okay, you put to death the people who shouldn't have got put to death, and you kept alive. You killed the person that you kept alive. Okay, the so-called white man, starting with the so-called white man. You try to preserve this devil. Okay, and this devil should have get put to death, but you teach it that like he's not going to get put to death. Okay, it's not going to dwarf prophecy. The book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 11. The dog have big appetites. They are never filled. They are shepherds who have no understanding. They all go after their own way, each looking for his own monetary gain. Each one says, Come, let us get some wine. Let us guzzle some beer. Tomorrow will be like today. We will have everything what we want, okay? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 16. The book of Deuteronomy, the book of Jeremiah 23, verse 16. Yahweh of heavenly armies says to the people of Jerusalem, do not listen to what those prophets are saying to you. They are filling you with false hopes. They are reporting visions of their own imagination, so, not something Yahweh has given them to say. They continually to say to those who reject what Yahweh has says, the things will go well for you. They say to all those that follow their stubborn inclination of their own hearts, nothing bad will happen to you. Okay? Yet, which of them ever stood in the Yahweh's inner circle so that they could see and hear what Yahweh has said? Which of them have ever paid attention to listen to what I have said? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 25. Yahweh says, I have heard what these prophets have prophesied in my name, lies in my name, are saying. They are saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. Those prophets are prophesied lies, they are prophesizing delusions in their own mind. uh, how long would they go plotting and making my people forget who I am through their dreams they are telling each other that is just as bad as what their ancestors did when they forgotten who I am by worshiping the gods of Baal. Let the prophets who have a dream go ahead and tell his dream. Let the person who have received my message report that message faithfully. What is like straw cannot compare to what is like grain. I, Yahweh, affirmed it. Okay, so they prophesied false in the names of Yahweh, Yahushai. They prophesied false visions in Yahweh, Yahushai. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 15. Then the prophet Jeremiah told the prophet Hananiah, listen, Hananiah, Yahweh did not send you. You are making these people trust in a lie. Okay, so that's all. Let's talk about all these different false groups, ISUBK, all these false groups, GLCC, all these false camps. Okay, the ISUC. Okay, Israel United in Confusion. Okay, the book of Numbers, chapter 22, verse 16. Verse 5 and 6, the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 22, verse 5. He sent a message to Balaam, the son of Peor, which in the Euphrates rivers and the land of Avron to summons him, saying, Look, a nation has come out of the land of Egypt. They have covered the whole face of the earth. They are sitting next to me. So now please come and curse this nation for me, for they are too powerful for me. Perhaps I will prevail it so that they may conquer them and have driven them out of the land. For I know that what you bless is blessed, and what you curse is cursed. First Timothy chapter 3, verse 3. Not a drunkard who violates, but gentle and not contentious, free from the love of money, okay? So these leaders, they love money, okay? They love taking bags, okay? That's what this is all about. They love taking bribes, okay, to destroy our people. Every camp needs to be in GMS, chatting this chat, bubble ball, chatting this place down. First Peter 5, verse 2. Give a shepherd's care for ours flock among you. Exercise oversight not as a duty, but willing under powers direction, not for shameful profit, but eagerly. Corrupting the spirit, okay? Corrupting the doctrine. That's what they're doing. And I get you this last one here. The book of Second Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But false prophets are among the people, just as there will be false prophets or teachers among you. They were false teachers who will infiltrate in your midst with destruction hearsays, even to the point of denying the master who had brought them. As a result, they will bring swift destruction on themselves. Hopefully, you will edified. Shalom.